I wasn't looking for proof. I already knew. But when I opened the glove compartment to grab her insurance papers, it slipped out. Thin, glossy. Dinner for two. A place we'd never gone. The timestamp read Thursday, 9:42 p.m. I was out of town that night. I studied it like a ledger. A bottle of wine, 2 entrees, 1 dessert. I'd seen her eat dessert maybe twice in a decade. Not her style. Not with me, anyway. I didn't get angry. That's not how I'm wired. You don't rage at the weather, you read the forecast, then act accordingly. I folded the receipt once, clean and quiet, and slid it into my inside pocket. Insurance papers in hand, I closed the glove box and walked back inside like nothing had happened. She was upstairs getting ready for a yoga class she never came back sore from. Said she liked the new instructor. Said he was challenging. I told her I'd be working late. She smiled, kissed my cheek. Don't forget dinner tomorrow. I nodded. I wouldn't. I already had a reservation. The next morning, I scheduled a meeting with the divorce attorney before she even left the house. His office was in a glass building uptown. Corner suite. No receptionist, just a buzzer and a door that clicked open when you were expected. I handed him the receipt. He didn't ask what it was. He just read it, glanced up, and slid a form across the desk. Filing on grounds of infidelity? He asked. No. Irreconcilable differences. Clean. Fast. He nodded. Custody? Primary. She's never home past 9 p.m. 3 nights a week. I have logs. Security system timestamps. Our son's teacher already flagged a shift in his focus. I gave him the printouts. Dates, entries, patterns. All tight. All quiet. He leaned back in his chair. You're ready. I didn't respond. Just signed the document in front of me. He looked it over, then checked his watch. We can file before lunch. Want to serve her today? No, I said. I want her served the morning after her next dinner date. Let them finish dessert. He smirked. And if he's married too? I nodded once. Then I'll need his wife's number next. His office was in a glass building uptown. Corner suite. No receptionist, just a buzzer and a door that clicked open when you were expected. I handed him the receipt. He didn't ask what it was. He just read it, glanced up, and slid a form across the desk. Filing on grounds of infidelity? He asked. No. Irreconcilable differences. Clean. Fast. He nodded. Custody? Primary. She's never home past 9 p.m. 3 nights a week. I have logs. Security system timestamps. Our son's teacher already flagged a shift in his focus. I gave him the printouts. Dates, entries, patterns. All tight. All quiet. He leaned back in his chair. You're ready. I didn't respond. Just signed the document in front of me. He looked it over, then checked his watch. We can file before lunch. Want to serve her today? No, I said. I want her served the morning after her next dinner date. Let them finish dessert. He smirked. And if he's married too? I nodded once. Then I'll need his wife's number next. Her name was Claire. I found her LinkedIn, then her business site. Boutique interior design. Local. Polished. The kind of woman who knew the value of discretion. I booked a consultation, under a fake name. Met her at a cafe instead of her studio. Neutral ground. She arrived on time, in heels and confidence. You're not here for a remodel, she said, watching me. No, I said. I slid the envelope across the table. You're here for the truth. She opened it. Receipt, photo, calendar overlay showing hotel bookings that lined up with my wife's yoga weekends. No words, just data. Clean, organized, undeniable. She didn't ask how I got it. She didn't cry. How long? 3 months. Maybe more. He uses a red truck. Parks 2 blocks down. Walks in through the side gate. Her face didn't move, but her hands went still. She looked up. What do you want? Nothing. I'm not here to fix your marriage. I'm dismantling mine. She nodded slowly, then folded the envelope and placed it in her purse like it was paperwork. I'll handle my side, she said. Then she paused. But if you ever decide to go public, I want in. Todd Myers had been next in line for VP of Sales. Everyone knew it. The title was practically engraved. Except I owned the metrics. Quietly. As COO, I signed off on department audits, quarterly projections, leadership assessments. All the numbers funneled through my team. I didn't fake anything. I didn't need to. I just sharpened what was already dull. Highlighted patterns. Missed calls. Rejected client renewals. I let the board read his work with fresh eyes. No embellishments. Just light and exposure. The vote came down at a Thursday board dinner. I stayed late in the conference room, reviewing projections while they deliberated. Todd walked past me on the way out, his jacket slung over one shoulder, his pace slower than usual. He didn't say anything. He didn't have to. I already knew the board chose someone else. Not because of me. Because of who he was when no one watched. Back in my office, I unlocked my drawer and pulled out the printed court date. Friday. 9 a.m. Served by hand. Scheduled during her standing yoga slot. That night I got a message from Claire. He's trying to book a weekend away. Says it's a surprise. Want the hotel name? Claire gave me the details. Boutique hotel 2 hours out. Lakeview. Fireplace. A place for people who still lie with effort. I booked the room next door. Under a different name. Paid in full, no refund. Didn't plan to check in. Didn't need to. That morning, I dropped my son off at school early, left the paperwork with my attorney, then drove out. I arrived an hour before check-in. Watched them pull in. Her scarf. His truck. They kissed in the parking lot like no one could see. I didn't take photos. I didn't need proof anymore. I already had signatures. What I needed was timing. I waited until they were inside, then texted Claire. Now. She was already parked 2 cars over. She stepped out, walked in, asked the front desk for a room number. Loud enough. Clear enough. I sat in my car, engine running, as it all unfolded. 10 minutes later, Claire walked out. Calm. Focused. Mission complete. I didn't ask what she said. She didn't volunteer it. I just nodded. He'll go quiet for a while. She smirked. He already is. Back home, my wife was waiting at the kitchen table. We need to talk, she said. I poured a glass of water. Too late. She followed me into the study like nothing had snapped. Like we were still a unit. Like the truth hadn't already been processed, filed, and signed. I made a mistake, she said. But it doesn't have to end like this. I looked at her once. Then at the folder I'd left on the desk. Custody terms. Asset division. Mortgage transition. She hadn't touched it. You already made your move, I said. Now you'll live with it. She stepped closer, changed her tone. Softer now. Calculated. What about our son? I've already enrolled him in Ridgeway Prep. You'll find the notice in the mail. She blinked. Without telling me? You weren't around to tell. Her face changed. Not hurt, strategic. She realized I wasn't fighting. I wasn't angry. I wasn't trying to win her back. I'd already walked past her, and she was still trying to play catch-up. You can't just decide everything, she said. I just did. She looked down at the divorce terms. You're giving me the house? I nodded. Empty. Cold. Paid off. It suits you. Todd walked in without knocking. Door open. Face tight. He'd shaved, but not well. You think this is over? He said. Voice low. Controlled, but frayed at the edges. I didn't look up from the report I was reviewing. It was over the moment you stepped onto my property. I didn't know she was your wife. Now I looked at him. Just once. You knew she was someone else's. He shifted his weight, looking for ground he didn't have. I've got 2 kids. So do I said. Mine still trusts me. He stared, waiting for emotion. For a crack. There wasn't one. You cost me that promotion, he muttered. No, I said. You did that when you stopped thinking with your brain. He turned to leave. Paused. You going to make this public? I don't need to. You'll do it yourself. Every room you walk into from now on will feel smaller. He walked out slower than he came in. I texted Claire. He came to my office. She replied in one line. Mine left the house this morning with a suitcase. The movers finished at noon. I left her the keys on the counter, just the keys. No note. No message. The house looked bigger without the furniture. Echoes, open floors, and a perfect view of what she chose. My son was already settled at Ridgeway. New schedule. New rhythm. He'd asked once, Is Mom moving too? I told him no lies. She'll stay where she is. We're moving forward. I didn't look back at the house. Not even once. It wasn't mine anymore. She'd fought for it like it meant something. Like bricks and paint could fix what she broke. I left with everything that mattered, my son, my time, my direction. She got the building. I kept the foundation. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to help this video reach more viewers. See you in the next one.